In this video, we will be discussing a few methods of performing a proper shutdown of a Pegasys Ultra processing system. There are two main methods of shutting down the Pegasys processing system. One of the methods is using the built-in menuing structure. If I was to right-click in the background, go to System Maintenance, Exits, Shutdown, the system is going to ask me, do I want to shut down? Do you really want to shut down? If I answer yes to this question, the system will proceed to shut down. Eventually it'll get to the Open Boot Prompt, OK prompt. What we call the OK prompt is the safe place to turn power off. I'm going to say no at this point so I can show you the second method. The second method is any way that you can communicate to this system, whether it is through a command line window, whether it is through a telnet session, a remote shell, any method that you can use to issue commands to this system, you can issue commands. I'm going to use a terminal window, so I'm going to right-click in the background, go to System Maintenance, System Utilities, Unix window. I now have a terminal window here that I can type in. In that terminal window, I am going to, and I'm not sure why, but the system is not wanting to move my window, so I will leave it there. In that window, I'm going to type the word sync, semicolon, sync, semicolon, halt. Now, if I type that, what should happen is the system will deny me access to doing that. The reason it denied me access is I don't have enough privileges. I need a higher level authority. So what I can do is I can become super user. If I become super user, I will become root. Root has authority to do pretty much anything you want to. A lot of times, if you're coming into the system with a telnet session or something like that, you're going to log in as root, so you would automatically have root privileges. I have to give myself root privileges by typing in super user, get me to the root account, and then put in the password of ADAC-SU. ADAC-SU. Now you notice my prompt changes. Before it says Pegasys at ADAC. The Pegasys at ADAC is actually referring to user Pegasys on the ADAC system because I had logged in as Pegasys. Now you notice my prompt is just ADAC. That's because I have root privileges. I am authoritative. Now if I was to type in sync, semicolon, halt, the system will start the shutdown process. The purpose for this, the sync process, is syncing the file system. We want to make sure that all the files are ready to be closed properly. And that's what the sync function does. If I have a file that is open and I simply halt the system, when it is open, you can think of it as, or the way I like to think of it is, the data from that file was read into memory. So essentially the file structure itself is empty. The file name has no data left in it. And so if I just did a halt, the next time I boot up, that file will have a size of 0 because the data had been taken out of it and the system was halted. By typing sync, what it makes sure is the system has all of those file structures closed out or shut off properly. There's no data that is going to be lost. We do it twice, just kind of redundancy. Doesn't really need it, but it's an old habit. It dies hard. We do it that way. The halt command actually is what's issuing the shutdown. The semicolon, the purpose of the semicolon is it is a way to string commands together. So I could type this as sync and then hit a return key, sync, hit a return key, and halt and hit a return key. It would do the exact same thing. But by typing them together as one string, it just allows me to issue these commands one after another sequentially. So we type halt, the system starts shutting down. Again, what we're looking for is we're looking for the system to actually come to an OK prompt. At the OK prompt, the system is now ready to be powered off. The system is safe, for lack of better words. And you always want to be careful to get to the OK prompt before you shut the system off.
The support staff at Universal Medical are here to assist you with all of your nuclear medicine technical and parts related questions. Please call us at 888-239-3510.